Hello there, everyone. This is Antonia. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is part 5 of English vocabulary for the ESL student. Okay, so are you guys ready to learn more vocabulary? Okay, let's get going. All right, let's look at group 1 words. Okay, first column, competition. 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 Competition is when you're in like a contest of some sort. It could be like if you're watching the Food Network channel, you're watching different chefs sometimes in a competition, right? To see who's going to win the best recipe, right? Or there could be a competition meaning in the Olympics, right? You compete for the gold medal, silver medal, bronze medal, correct? Okay, so competition is some sort of contest, right? So um, if we were putting a sentence together, we could say, Mary Lou won the Olympic competition. Next word, share. Share. You see the SH there? You recognize that in some other studies we did together on our slides, the SH sound. Share. Share. Okay, so sharing. Sharing is a kind of togetherness with something, like you're sharing something that you have. You're giving something, some part of what you have to someone else, and you're sharing. Um, like if it was children in a classroom, and maybe the teacher says, okay, everybody, you could take out your crayons now. We're going to do some artwork. And let's say one of the children in one of the tables didn't have their crayons today. So one of the other children participated by saying, you know what, I'll share with her. I'll share my crayons with her. Okay, so you're giving some part of what you have to someone else because maybe they don't have it, so you're sharing. Okay, so we could say that Annie shared her crayons with June. Increase, increase, increase. Okay, increase means more. Okay, the waters in the river are increasing, right? They're getting higher, increasing. Profit, profit. Profit is like when you, okay, let's say someone is investing in a project, right? And they're investing in real estate, and they buy something and then they sell it for another kind of a price, and then they make a profit. So let's say someone bought the house for $200,000, and then they fixed it up a little bit, and then they sold it for $500,000. Okay, so they made a profit of 300,000 profit. It's a gain. You gain something. You put something in, but you gain something back. Okay, reduce. Reduce is something coming down. Reduce. Reduce. Numbers are coming down. Or it could pertain to anything. You reduced the sugar in the recipe. It means less. Okay, you the waters. No, 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 I don't like that. No. So we did the reducing. You reduce the sugar in the recipe, or we could say um, mm, we reduce the amount of the color white in the paint to make the pink more vibrant. Okay, so I put less white in the bucket so that there would be more of the pink to, to show through. Okay, the next column, outcome. Outcome is when you want to see the end result of something. So you did something. Maybe you were working on some solutions to a project or an issue, and then at the end of whatever you're doing, you come to the outcome. So maybe somebody might ask you after you worked on a case, they might say, so how was the outcome of the plan? What was the outcome? So then you would be telling the person, how did it go? What was the end result? Okay. Timeline. 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 A timeline. That could be used many ways. Let's see. Um, a timeline could be, like when you're writing an outline for an essay or for something you're going to do, you kind of jot down in an order. So there could be a timeline can be something that you might do on the job. Like, you might want to write like what you're going to do from a certain, um, like anyone could use it. A teacher might want to write down a timeline about, when she's going to write. She'll write down what she's going to do at 9 o'clock in the morning, or maybe from 8 to 9, and then 9 to 10, and 11 to 12, or something like. She would write down a timeline of what she wants to do in these time frames so that she would be on target for whatever she's teaching or on the job, or like maybe a social worker might want to jot down her timeline. Might be something like between 7 and 8 a.m. or 7 to 9 a.m. I'm making phone calls um, and checking emails. Okay, that would be like a timeline. And then from maybe 9 to 12, maybe I'm out in the fields and I'm visiting schools. And then there's then I might have lunch from 1 to 2, and then from after that, from 2 to 7 p.m., maybe that timeline is about visiting families in the field. Okay, so that's a timeline. Okay, plan. Plan. A plan is something that you put together for whatever purpose you have. You might have a plan about um, a birthday party. You could have a plan on a project. You could have a plan for your landscaper about what you want to do in your backyard. Um, you could have a plan in your house about how you want to decorate, right? You could have a plan about a menu for a party. That's a plan. It's something that you're putting together that you're doing for whatever your reason is. Okay? Okay. Operating. 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 So when are the buses operating again after the storm? Okay. So when is something going to start again? Or when, it depends on how you're using that word. It could be an operating on like, let's say you're in the automotive field, so and you're going to teach people how to operate a particular kind of truck or van, right? You want to teach them how to, all the controls of a truck or van. So you might be teaching the operations of the vehicles to the employee or to the person that wants to obtain a particular license, right? Choice. Choice. You see the CH sound? We talked about the CH sound before. It says ch, 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 choice. Okay. Choice is picking from, we have options. Maybe there's 3 or 4 choices and you could pick one of any, right? So the choice, like Jane went with the choice of shades of blue for her decor. Or what choices did you receive for the essay project? That's a good one. Or what choices do we have for the wedding menu? Like I said, you went to a restaurant, excuse me, and you wanted to figure out what menu you were going to use, so you have to make a choice, right? Okay, let's move along. Group 2. Reference. 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 Okay, reference. So a reference is, when it's kind of like you're researching. You're looking at different kind of things, like you're looking at different articles in books or peer-reviewed essays or whatever, and you did your research on something, and now you're going to write a report, but then there's got to be a page where you write your references, because if you're writing about something that you researched, right, you want to say where it came from. So that's what a reference is. So you could say the explorer referenced in the back of the book his references for his project. Okay? So that's what that means. Solution. 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 The solution is the end result of something. So if you had a problem about something, you need to come up with a solution to fix it, right? You got to fix it. So whatever the issue is, you could say, if we were going to put this in a sentence, or even in math, right? We have solutions, right? So we could say, Jackson found the solution to the algebra problem. You like that one? Okay. Jackson found the solution to the algebra problem. Good job, Jackson. Okay. Services. 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 Okay. Services. Well, if you went to a nail salon, right, that they are going to give you a service for your nails, right? They're going to take care of your nails. So that's a service. Okay, let's say you go to the hair salon, you get a haircut, right? Or they color the hair. That's a service. So Annie went to the salon to get her nails done, hair colored, and a haircut. Okay? Awards. 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 An award is like a trophy, a certificate, something that you get to recognize that you did something wonderful. Somebody wants to compliment you about something, right? So they give you a trophy that says something wonderful like the winner, or maybe you get an award for good service from your job, right? Things like that. That's what it means. Or, students, they get award certificates for great attendance or for the highest mark in the class, right? That's awards. Software. Software. Software is what we find in our computer. This is Microsoft software, right? Or Apple software, right? Okay, team. Team. A team is a group of people that work together in a unit, on the job. Could be family members that are considered a team because they always do things together to help each other. You could find a team anywhere, right? Members. Members. Like you could be a member of an art association. You could be a member of the Museum of Modern Art, right? You could be a member of a zoo. They give you little pass cards, and you pay a certain amount, but basically being a member gives you benefits. Like if you were a member of a museum, you probably sometimes get free tickets, or you get a reduced rate, right? You get a reduced rate to enter the museum and see their exhibits, right? Okay. Um, pricing. Pricing. Okay. Pricing is what a store does to put a price label on their products, right? The pricing could be high, low. We don't know what the price is going to be, but a pricing means that someone's given an item a price. It will be the cost of the product. Partnerships. 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 Partnership could be a group of people that are together on a particular project. Could be a partnership in a business. Maybe they own the business together. Could be you start a project. Sometimes like construction workers, they get together in a partnership with a few other builders, and then they split the profits after they sell the houses, because not just one person as a contractor, right, knows how to do all the things that they're going to do for this particular building escapade, right? You're going to need the plumbers, the roofer, the people who does the windows, the doors, who's going to do the carpentry. So it's a huge partnership of a group of people that get together, right? You have a few kind of words here that you could even use with that, right? The team, partnership, members, a group. They all get together and they're going to help each other in whatever their job is, right? Mm. Studies is the next word. Studies. Jane studies very well and passes all her tests. Studies. You're going to overlook something to learn whatever it's all about so that you get the information out of it that you need, right? Studies. Studies. Okay. Next group. Secure. 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 The grounds are secure with the alarm system. Safe. Online. Online. Online means you're in the computer, right? The internet. Bank. Bank. That's a place where you put your money. Seeker. 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 Seeker is someone that goes to find something. Could be a seeker of artifacts. Maybe you work in the field of archaeology. You're a seeker looking for artifacts about whatever your subject matter is. Focus. Focus. You are keeping the focus on something. You don't want to be straying and have your thoughts going here and there and your mind going everywhere else except for the focus that you should be working on, right? Because then you don't know how whatever you're doing is going to come out if you're not really paying attention, right? Focus. Okay. Detail. 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 Detail are all the parts about something. Okay. So if I say, what are the details in the report about the profits? Right? You're going to tell me the details of how the sales went, you know, how much you sold, what did you sell, right? Those are details. All the little parts about something. Or what are the details for the science project? So what are the things that we have to cover? What are all the details? What are all the parts we have to cover for the science project? Make sense? Mission. 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 Okay? A mission is maybe something is kind of your destiny, something that is your mission in life that you do. Some people have a spiritual mission that maybe they somewhere in life they switched gears and now they are spiritual teachers, or maybe they're working in churches. And another kind of a mission could be someone that wants to help children. So that could be a person let's say you want to help children and keep them safe, then that might be a social worker kind of a mission, or maybe you have a teaching mission, right? Some people, have like a mission of sales, and real estate, or there's so many different kinds of missions. Okay, so you get the picture. Advantage, 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 advantage. Okay, so what was the advantage of taking the coursework? Well, the advantage of taking the coursework is you learned something, right? Advantage. So what did you get out of it, right? Productive, productive. We want to be productive in our studies so that we know what we're doing. You want to study whatever you're doing so it comes out right, right? So we want to be productive. Cost, 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 cost. What is the cost of the kitchen furniture? What is the cost? How much did it cost? How much did the groceries cost in the store? How much was the cost of your new outfit? How much was the cost of your new earrings? Okay. Okay. Customer. Customer. The real estate customer was looking for a 2-family house. The real estate customer was looking for a 2-family house. Writing, writing. She is writing a book on poetry. Win, win. Janie wants to win the competition. Client, client. A client is like a customer. The client came to the sales event to research the corporation. The client came to the sales event to research the corporation. Contact, 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 contact. Okay. Mom wanted to contact her daughter to make sure she arrived safely at her location. Or the mother wanted to contact her daughter to make sure the plane arrived safely. Business, business. She just opened up her new jewelry business online. Define, define. define. Define is to describe something. So if you were going to define, let's see, if you could define, and define is like describing something. So if someone asked you, like, well, what kind of jewelry are you selling online? You want to define your business, define your categories of what you sell, right? You want to explain it. So you're going to define what kind of jewelry that you're selling, right? So let's say it's fine jewelry, it's top of the line gold and silver. Then you would define that. You would say that in your definition, right? You would describe it. That's define. Let's say you have a mix. Maybe you have many categories in your menu. Maybe you have the 14 karat gold, the 18 karat gold, the 24 karat gold. Maybe you also have the silver. Maybe you have silver tone, gold tone. And you have different categories. Some that have stones in it, or gems, or things like that. So you will be defining it. Okay. Prospect. Prospect. Do you have enough prospects in your real estate portfolio? Prospects. In other words, do you have enough of those prospects, your customers, to see if you have enough that you could, actually work, your open houses and whatever routine that you put together in your real estate to work all the properties. So you need a few prospects. You just can't have one house to sell. You could be waiting forever to pay your bills, right? Market. 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 There's more than one way to use market. Market could be the stock exchange. How is the market going? Is it going up or down? And then the other market could be like you go into the store. I'm going to the market today to buy my groceries. Okay, so yeah, you have two ways to use market. Group. Group. Group is a few people that get together that are considered a group in a particular category. Maybe the group calls themselves ABC Group of a particular corporation. Sometimes, like if you're in school, the teacher will break you up into groups. Okay, it could be business wise or in school. Maybe the teacher has different tables set up, and she'll have group A, B, C, D, and then she'll call, okay, group D, you come up and tell us about what you did for your science project. Okay, so that's group. Okay, let's look at our next group of words. See, there's group. See, we're talking about groups of words. Okay, external. 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 External is outside. So the external part of the house is old and needs to be renewed, right? It's the outside of the house is old and it needs to be renewed. External. outside. Employee, employee. So if you work for a company, you are called the employee. The person who owns the company, who hired you, that's the employer. Okay, that's the next word. Employer is the person who hired you. Employee is you. You would be the person working for the company. Okay. Footprint. Footprint. Like if you walked in the sand on the beach, and you know how the sand gets kind of wet from the ocean, and then you walk and you make the footprints. That's footprint. Okay. Behavior. Behavior. Behavior is the way you act. Whether you act good or bad, it's a behavior, right? Behavior. Measure. 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 You measure with a cup when you're doing a recipe for something, right? Measurement could be maybe you're measuring a desk or an area of a room where you're going to put furniture, so you might want to measure for where you're going to put your furniture, right? Or what is the measurement of something? Technique. Technique. Technique is a particular way you do something. Like, what is your technique in painting? Do you have a technique in painting? Or what's your technique to paint a ceiling? Or do you have any new techniques or easy techniques for installing carpeting? Okay. Technique is some way that you do something. Border. Border. Border could be a trim around a picture. Maybe you, it could be a border on a picture frame. A border could be borders like around a country or a state. A border around a map, right? You could be describing colors or maybe wallpaper, and maybe you have a trim that goes around the edge around the ceiling. That could be a border. Follow. 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 Is when you're following something, right? You're maybe like if there was a parade, right? You see people, like maybe the band, right? They're all one behind the other, and who's playing the drum or whatever, and they're marching along, all right? They're following each other. They're one behind the other. They're following each other. Okay, that's one example. Follow. Maybe you're following, like, when you're on Facebook or whatever, you like and subscribe, or you do all kinds of things like that on the internet. Maybe you're on Amazon and you're buying something. Maybe you're buying a book, and then there's that little menu at the top that has the author's name, and it has the word follow. And if you click on it, now you're following the author, that kind of thing, right? And then we have express. 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 Express could be an express bus, means it gets you there faster, right? Express, or maybe how you say something, how you express how you feel, right? That's another way that you could use express. So, see, sometimes some words, they have more than one meaning. Okay, you have more than one use. So with express, and I think there's actually a store by that name, Express. So we have a name of a store called Express. You could go on an express train or bus to get you someplace really quick, right? And then how you express how you feel, that's another kind of expression. Express. Okay? Okay, our last group on these slides. Okay, we have contain. Contain. She could not contain herself. She wanted to tell everybody everything about the wonderful play. So she couldn't even hold it in. And then there's the container. There could be the contain, something that's within something or without. Like she couldn't contain telling you about something. In other words, she couldn't hold it in anymore. Contain could be she bought Tupperware drawers. She bought Tupperware drawers to contain her art supplies. That's a good one. Program, program, program. So program could be different subjects that you take in school, in academics, right? When you first start your first day of school, the student gets what they call the program. So now they know all the different classes they have to go to, right? What program are you watching on TV tonight? That's another way to say program, right? Program. Okay, sentence. Sentence. Sentence is a group of words that you put together to say something, right? So I would say to you, today we are going to learn new words to make better sentences. That's a sentence. Okay, I just said a sentence. Well, today is Sunday, October 29th, 2023. That is a sentence. Okay, difficult. Difficult. That means it's too hard to do. You find it a little difficult. Like Mary feels that jumping rope is difficult for her. Jane finds it difficult to climb the ropes in the gym class. Activity. Activity. What are the activities for today in the class? Or what are the activities today in the art class? Well, I'll tell you that when we get to the art class. I didn't start that yet. We didn't get there. I'm working on that project. Okay, see, I have projects, see? There you go. Okay. Suggest. 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 Suggest is when you want to say something, you give someone an idea about something. Like, she suggested what books I should read about archaeology. Right? Mary suggested what products would be best to use for the sculpture project. Okay. Mimic. 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 Mimic is copying. So if I want to say Susan was mimicking Jane's voice. So Susan was copying Jane's voice. Communicate. Communicate. She was communicating in a different language. Okay. She was talking in another language. Compliment. Compliment. Compliment is when you say something nice to someone about something. So you might say, like, if suppose I said to the florist, I just love the way you put the sunflower arrangement together for me. It was absolutely beautiful. That is a compliment. I gave the florist lady a compliment for her work. Or how about the teacher compliments her students for studying the new vocabulary words every single day and practicing them so that they can articulate and write much better. Reusable. Reusable. It's kind of like recycling things if you're going to use it over again, right? Like if we have plastic bags that you get from the grocery store, maybe you're saving them and using them for little trash bags, right? You could use them for other things. Sometimes when you get glass jars from something you buy something in the store, right? Maybe you might save it for an arts and craft project. Maybe you might be decorating them and putting a plant in it or making a terrarium out of it, putting a plant with rocks, making it look pretty, or maybe you're using it to put your pencils and pens and crayons and you have all these different categories on your desk. Instead of buying them, you could recycle by using whatever you have, right? So that's reusable. You're using something for something else. You're going to use it for something else. Okay, so that's it for today on these new words. And keep up with the practice because that is what's going to build your vocabulary. And then, especially when English is your second language, it gets difficult. You need to practice. So hopefully, if you could always come back to, listen to it again and learn some new words. Try to use them in your everyday life if you can. Try to start practicing them. Okay? All right. So it was a joy working with you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did. Okay? So I'm going to say good night and you have a great evening. Okay? Bye.